Tron was almost a very different movie. First, the script had the main character Flynn as a wild and wacky pizza delivery boy who falls inside a computer, which is obviously a far cry from the more serious script that ended up being in the final movie. Plus, the role of Flynn was written with Robin Williams in mind.
Wow.
The writer of the movie, Bonnie McBird, had recently seen Robin Williams do stand-up, and he had also just made it big with Mork and Mindy. Imagine a version of Tron with Robin Williams. So it was released July 9th, 1982. Now, first question for you, Lan. What video game inspired Tron?
I will say... I can't remember the damn game.
I think you've already overthought it.
Have I? Battlezone.
No. No. Pong.
Oh, okay.
It was Pong that was kind of the original inspiration for the whole thing. And since we're talking about video games, this is a perfect time for me to plug Don't Kill the Cat, the game that's Silver Sun Dynamics. I technically work for them. I didn't develop the game. I'm not that smart, but I do work with the guys that did develop it. So make sure you go check it out. It's available on Steam now. It is a VR game. And essentially the whole point is you don't want to kill the cat. This cat ends up in a lab, and you use a laser pointer to guide the cat out of the lab safely without killing it. So make sure you check that out on Steam. Moving back to Tron, there are a couple of hidden things in the movie, one of which Disney is known for. The other is a video game character. What are these items?
I know there was a hidden Mickey. I can't remember where it was. But I remember seeing it. The other is Pac-Man.
Absolutely correct. Now, I'm taking a risk on this video because I've talked to a few people about using screenshots of movies, and I am going to put this up here momentarily. So it's going to show you that there was a hidden Mickey, which can be seen when they're on the Solar Sailor. Yes. But your typical hidden Mickey is actually just the three circles. It's one big circle for the head and then two small circles for the ears. This one, it's more of almost like a profile face of Mickey. So I'm only going to put it up there for a few seconds. So look right now. Okay, now it's gone. And the other one it was Pac-Man. It can be seen on Sark's screen. I'm going to put that one up now. Okay, that's it. Take him down. Okay, because I don't want to get pinged for it. Like I don't. It's Disney. I don't want to mess with them. I would rather like have the ability to work with Disney down the road. Like that's kind of a dream of mine. I've been turned down by them countless times for potential jobs. It's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, moving back on to Tron here. It inspired John Lasseter to create what company?
John Lasseter. DreamWorks?
Oh, no. Although there is a great link between DreamWorks and Disney that we can get to in another video. There's a great book called Disney War that gets into all of that stuff. Yeah. It was Pixar. Lasseter was working on Mickey's Christmas Carol when he heard Disney was working on a movie using computer animation. But Disney only wanted to use computers if it would make what they were already doing cheaper and faster. So Lasseter ended up forming Pixar, which of course would eventually get bought by Disney. Tron received Oscar nominations but did not win for Best Sound and Best Costume Design. But oddly enough, not one for visual effects. Do you know why?
Oh, because it was computer graphics weren't considered to be part of the criteria?
Kinda, yeah. It was considered cheating, essentially.
Yeah.
So Steve Lisberger, he's the one that directed and co-wrote the movie. He said it was because the Academy believed that using computers and visual effects was cheating.
Yeah.
Imagine where we would be now if they did not allow movies that used CGI. So the marketing team for the movie had a tough time narrowing down their audience. Was it for computer users, video game players, kids, teens? They couldn't quite figure it out. But one magazine offered to do a photo spread tie-in. What magazine was it?
Playboy.
It was Playboy. It was obvious that why Disney said no. The models were going to be photographed with circuit boards strategically placed to preserve their modesty.
It's kind of hot.
Check out my plugs. All right, so the final one here for Tron, the release was scheduled out of spite. Tron was originally going to hit theaters in Christmas of 1982, but Disney found out their former animator, Don Bluth, was releasing The Secret of Nim in July, a movie that still terrifies me to this day. Bluth had been public about his dislike for Disney and how they had become stale. So Disney moved up the release to Tron to compete with The Secret of Nim. Which movie do you think did better?
Secret of Nim.
No, actually, The Secret of Nim, it was released on July 2nd. It brought in a total of about $14.7 million. Tron was released a week later on July 9th. It ended up bringing in about $50 million. So Tron ultimately won that thing, although neither of them, I guess, was really considered a huge smash hit. And I think that's also when they started to learn that putting blood in kids' cartoons may not have been, may not have been the best idea. I'm just thinking about The Secret of Nim, and like the first time when I saw it as a kid, and just how flippin' terrified I was. That's going to be a whole other video that we're going to have to do.
Yeah.
As we'll do one on The Secret of Nim, man. But, and oh God, and the creepy owl. Oh,
owl, that's the first thing I think about always.
God bless it. All right, I'm not going to fall down this rabbit hole. We'll do a whole nother video on The Secret of Nim coming up. But make sure, if there's anything that you argue with, that you didn't like, that you think we got wrong, whatever it may be, by all means, you can comment down below. And then make sure you hit the thumbs up. That helps us out. Hit the subscribe button and then the bell so you get notifications when we go on live and when we also have new videos pop out.